Which one? Hare Krishna.
Divine Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai, God of Heaven ki jai, Om ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम् परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय अद्वैता चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा।
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 So we'll begin with teachings to Srila Rupa Goswami. Oh. It will come. It will be there. Got it? No.
Input on Gmail.
Got it? So today we are beginning with the teachings to Srila Rupa Goswami begins. The ocean of transcendental mellows of devotional service is so big that no one can estimate its length and breadth. However, just to help you taste it, I am describing but one drop. So,
What?
eh,
It is coming in. It is coming in screen. Side.
that's okay. So, what is Mahaprabhu telling here? That the mellow of devotional service is infinite and it's so big that no one can estimate its length and breadth. However, just to help you taste it, I am describing but one drop. So Mahaprabhu is telling it's not possible to describe bhakti.
No.
So he's telling that I'll give you
लावायचं तर लावा.
a, a, a drop so that you can taste the understanding of bhakti. Yes, please.
In this universe, there are limitless living entities. It like 40,000 species, and all are wandering within this universe. There are 90,000, 9 lakh species living in the water. There are also 2 lakh, 20 lakh,
2 million, yeah.
non-living living entities. such as trees and plants. There are also 11 lakh species of insects and reptiles, and there are 1 lakh spe- 10 lakh species of birds. As far as uh, quadrupeds are concerned, there are 330 lakh varieties, and there are 4 lakh human species, Vishnu Purana. Some of these species may exist on one planet and not on another, but in any case, within all the planets of the universe and even in the sun, there are living entities. One experience different degrees of consciousness in different forms.
So Jalaja Nava Lakshani. Laksha means Laksha, lakh. Nava Lakshani means
Yes.
9 lakhs. Jalaja means those who are living in Jala. Jalaja Nava Lakshani. Sthavara Laksha Vimshati. And Sthavara means 20. And Laksha means lakh. So Sthavara Laksha Vimshati means those who do not move. Vimshati. There are 2 million non-moving living entities. Sthavara, which is um, trees and plants. Actually, Vimsati is 20. Sthavara is who does not move. Trimayo Rudra Sankhya. Rudra means Rudra also means 11. Yes. So Tramayo Rudra Sankhya and 11 lakh are insects and reptiles. Pakshi naam Dasa Lakshana. आसान है. And then Trimshal Lakshani Pashava. ये भी आसान है. 3 means 3. Trimshal is 30. And Lakshani is 30 lakhs. And Pashava is Pashu. Chatur Lakshani Manusha. So this verse is from Vishnu Purana. So how many species are there? There, if you count total, there are consciousness. So it is said like child is another species than even a grown consciousness changes. Demigods, different consciousness, those purposes, aborigines, and the consciousness. Spiritual Master Prabhupada, highest level of consciousness. And if you see, we are changing our consciousness through Krishna consciousness. So are we changing bodies? Are we changing bodies? How many of you think in this life we are changing bodies? You think we're changing bodies?
Yes.
To youth, to changing bodies? What do you think? Or same body growing? We are changing bodies.
Every 7 years,
Every 7 years changing bodies?
every 7 years is the new cell. That's not so right.
Huh? What? Say again?
Every moment, some changes happen.
So every moment we are changing bodies?
Changing bodies, is leaving the bodies or changing the body?
Changing body. It's trying to find out a way to answer.
Did not understand changing the body.
So Prabhupada says we are constantly taking new bodies. Prabhupada gives an example, child body is gone. And now comes the next body, which is the youth body. So the child body is lost. Krishna gives an example to Uddhava and Uddhav Gita about this. Krishna gives an example of a candle. Krishna says, if a candle is burning, do you say the candle is burning? No, you don't say candle is burning. We say that. So Krishna says, unintelligent people say candle is burning. Then I thought, okay. So what does intelligent people say? So then Prabhupada says, intelligent people say Then the candle was burnt. Whatever ghee was there, it's over. New ghee, over. New ghee, over. Or new wax, whatever you say. Wax, burnt, wax, burnt, wax, burnt. So there is constant death and birth and maintenance and death and birth and understood? Whatever wax, it's burnt, finished, dead. New wax, burned, dead. New wax, burned, dead. So Krishna says, likewise, the living entity is a changing body. It's like new is born and dead, new is born and dead, new is born and dead. It seems like candle is constant. It seems like the human being is constantly grown. But actually, there is constant birth and death. How many of you understood? Theoretically. So it's based on consciousness. We are constantly changing. The highest consciousness is Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada explains that in 5 terms. Prabhupada said there is Annamaya, there is before that Ma,
No, Pranamaya.
Pranamaya, thank you. Then Manomaya, then and Manomaya, Gyan are same. And you all understand these things, right? Think.
We have to exam.
Huh?
Exam this week only.
Oh, इसलिए यार ये सब याद है. Very fluent also. Some of these species may exist on one planet and not on another, but in any case, within all the planets in the universe and even in the sun, the living entities. So we may not find 8.4 million species everywhere. Some may be more prominent somewhere, some not. One experiences different degrees of consciousness in different forms. So what is the basis of change of species? It's based on consciousness. So Prabhupada says the dog is one species. All dog have same consciousness, Prabhupada says. But human has changes. Like trees, different kinds of trees. Confusion.
It means like we have 9 lakh species of different living entities. But one human being form is different. One is human being is one different conscious
400,000 types of human beings.
consciousness.
Ah.
It's like as a species we are one, but the consciousness wise we are 4 lakhs.
We are 400,000 species of humans. If you see based on science, what you are speaking is you're speaking Bhagavad Gita and science and trying to understand it. According to this, 4 lakh species of humans. Although according to science, there is one species of human which is Homo sapiens. But according to Vishnu Puran, there are 4 lakh species of humans. Devata, pure devotees, we, different species. This is clear. But we ourselves are also changing. As our consciousness, see our old us, like for example, old Samir Prabhu. Gone. So much change in consciousness, right? Over few years. So all of us old. We are not so great souls. Maybe some of you great, like Apurva and Jia. Childhood only Krishna conscious. But we may not be very pure. Okay. Yes.
Even within a species, we find that a father's consciousness is different from his son's, and that a child's consciousness is different from a youth's. Just as we find different forms, we find different states of consciousness. When we see different states of consciousness, we may take it for granted that the bodies are different.
Understood? Child and youth. So Prabhupada says it is by default that we have changed the bodies because the consciousness has changed. So we can take it for granted that even in a common man, the body has changed. For those who are developing Krishna consciousness, much more rapid based on consciousness. So what is Mahaprabhu's first teaching? What is the first thing that Mahaprabhu told the Rupa Goswami? You are all within 8.4 million species of life. This is the first thing. And actually, if you want to preach, start in the same flow as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You will be very systematic. Mahaprabhu grows. The first thing basically Mahaprabhu is telling is body is different from the, you are different from the body. Bodies are 8.4 million species, they are changing. And that's how Krishna also speaks the first thing. This is how teaching starts. Yes.
इतर स्थितीचा भागात पुन्हा संसा करी तारासामा सूक्ष्म जीवेरा स्वरूपा विचारी. The length and breadth of a living entity is described as 1/10,000 part of the tip of the head. This is the original subtle nature of the living entity. Its spiritual strength is so powerful that its mere atomic portion of spirit can be biggest spirit in the material world. The same spiritual spark is within and within the body of Brahma. According to his karma, material activities, the spiritual spark attain a certain type of body.
So what does the next thing Mahaprabhu says? First he says the living entity is changing 8.4 million species. And what is the next thing Mahaprabhu says? Of the living entity. How much? 1/10,000 tip of a hair. So how great souls we are? There is nothing great in the soul. So what is your length and breadth, Jia? How small you are?
5 foot 1.
Say again.
So, sorry.
What is the length and breadth of yours? What is your length and breadth?
Sometimes over there.
That is your length and breadth. The body may change. Bigger, smaller. Prabhupada says that 1/10,000 length and breadth is so powerful that can be the biggest brain in the material world. That is the original subtle nature of the living entity. We have very long way to go. Should I try to turn your mind? Do you like technicalities or no? Technical or no? I see what is very interesting. Tell me about it. So, you know how the creation takes place? How the creation takes place? From breath of Krishna in the form of Karnodaksai Vishnu. So, what is the first thing that happens? Huh? Yes. So, what is the first thing that first the Supreme Lord, you want to hear the creation? Short. Are. So the first thing is the Lord desires the living entity to be given a chance so they can go back to spiritual world. And all the living entities are lying where? Within the womb of Karnadaksha Vishnu. So when he has that desire, then he sends the living entity and he transfers the living entity into the material nature. And that material nature is called Pradhan. I mean, qualify all the examples. Then that material nature is called by the term Pradhan. And what happens when the living entity goes into the Pradhan? Then Pradhan becomes agitated. Just like when a soul enters into the womb of a mother. So immediately the reaction starts happening. That's developing. Likewise, without the soul transferred by the father, nothing happens. But when the soul enters into the mother, then the soul cannot stay inactive. Then the soul starts to, and the soul develops, right? Slowly develops the body around the soul, and it takes time. So once the pradhan is agitated by the living entities, then pradhan becomes agitated, and then from pradhan comes बोलने में तो हम लोग एकदम मतलब अरे क्या बोलते हैं? रट्टा मारना अंदर से देख, रट्टा मारना समझते रट्टा मारना समझ रट्टा याद कर लिया कि क्या है ना, how many of you understand pradhan? How does pradhan look like? Huh?
Peanut. That's right. I.
24 elements. Everyone is correct. Okay, we'll come back. That's really dead. So from pradhan, from mahatattva, what is created? Huh? That is also correct.
First is short. Comes everything.
So 4-5 step आगे जाके बात करती है. अभी और थोड़ा पीछे. So from mahatattva, what comes? This is a tough one. जिसने इसका जवाब दिया ना, पास हो गया सारे. आगे के भी एग्जाम पास हो गया. From mahatattva, what comes? Intelligence. Nobody want to pass. From mahatattva comes Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. Okay. Then mahatattva interacts with Tamogun. And from there comes false ego. Then false ego. So what all exists now? False ego exists. Mahatattva exists. 3 modes exist. False ego exists. Mahatattva exists. 3 modes exist. Pradhana exists. Clear?
Also on souls.
अभी तक सोल का अभी तक सोल मेटेरियल नेचर के अंदर है, पर कोई उनको कुछ मिला नहीं है अभी. So till now, has the universe is being created? Not created. So false ego exists before universe creation. Okay. What अब बता दो प्रभु जी, सुन लेंगे, समझ लेंगे. नेक्स्ट टाइम पूछोगे तो नेक्स्ट टाइम बता देंगे क्या होता है ना. So the false ego then interacts with again sattva, and that comes mind, and also the devatas comes. 10 devatas, devata for the eyes, for nose, dig devatas we call them. Then false ego interact with mode of passion and comes intelligence. Then सब clear है लोग, है ना. Then false ego interact with mode of ignorance, and from there comes false ego with mode of ignorance, and then comes senses. Yes, sense object. Senses comes from false ego with mode of passion, comes intelligence and senses. From false ego and mode of ignorance comes yes. And what is the first thing that comes?
Sound like
Eh, eh, whatever क्या एक बार
शब्द
हाँ
फर्स्ट शब्द
शब्द आता है sound. So what comes from the sound? Huh? Sound comes from ether. Ether comes from sound. What do you think? What? Say.
From sound ether.
Ether should come. ठीक है ether पर याद है. Then from ether what comes? So from ether comes air. Any other answer? From ether comes
Should be hidden.
should be air only.
Reverse order.
From ether comes sparsh. And from sparsh, you know, sparsh means touch. From sparsh comes
That is sense object.
so from sparsh comes air. So from air comes, now you can be intellectual. From air comes
something sense of just like
what is that? From air comes
Smell.
touch. No, sparsh is touch. Form.
yes. From air comes rupa. From form comes आप लोग ने बोला टेक्निकल अच्छा डोंट ब्लेम मी so from
This is third canto.
and 11th
The
and
11th canto also Krishna.
11th can this is Krishna very good 24th chapter
Yes.
Sankhya Yoga. So from rupa comes fire. From fire comes rasa, taste. From taste comes water. From water comes smell, gandha, gandha. From gandha comes this was very striking for me. Actually. When I read the second time, it was like, wow. Now, what is wrong with that? From earth comes smell, or from smell comes earth, is the question.
Should be the other way.
वही एक रेवलेशन था फ्लावर है ना फ्लावर से रोज फ्लावर से रोज स्मेल आता है या रोज स्मेल से रोज फ्लावर आता है हाँ रोज स्मेल से रोज फ्लावर आता है या रोज फ्लावर से रोज स्मेल आता है
This means after creation. Before it is old.
Seeds के रोज में
या रोज सीड से रोज फ्लावर से रोज स्मेल आता है फ्रॉम सटल कम्स ग्रॉस हम लोग एक संडे फीस डिस्कस कर रहे थे लैंड एप्पल्स में पूरा लेक्चर इसी पे था फ्रॉम सटल कम्स ग्रॉस फ्रॉम साउंड कम्स ईथर फ्रॉम फॉर्म कम्स फायर फ्रॉम रसा कम्स वाटर फ्रॉम सटल कम्स ग्रॉस कोई और एग्जांपल देखो बेसिकली सटल को हिलाओगे ना पूरा ग्रॉस हिलेगा समझने की कोशिश करो सटल को हिलाया पूरा ग्रॉस हिल गया Example, big machine. Machine runs the software or software runs the machine. समझिए, सॉफ्टवेयर हिलाए ना पूरा मशीन घूम जाएगा। पर अगर को मशीन घुमाना हो तो अत्यंत कठिन है। अगर आपने सॉफ्टवेयर में थोड़ा ट्विक किया ना तो पूरा मशीन घूम जाए। इट वाज एक्चुअली अ रेवोल्यूशन। आई मुझे लगा कि सटल चेंज करते हैं ना पूरा क्रॉस हिल जाता है। वेयर डज द बॉडी कम्स फ्रॉम? भगवान क्या बोलते हैं भगवद गीता में? बॉडी कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड। विच चैप्टर भगवान सेज बॉडी कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड? हाँ, वो एक है और दूसरा एक और रेफरेंस है 15th वर्स में। क्या बोलते हैं भगवान? सब लोग ने एग्जाम दिया है।
Group around the mind.
All the senses are centered, that the living entity gets are centered around, grouped around the mind. Subtle से gross होता है। Subtle change होता है, gross change होता है।
What determines the next one?
हाँ, सटल से ग्रॉस आता है पूरा क्रिएशन। प्रभुपाद जी बताते हैं परपोर्ट में, थर्ड कैंटो परपोर्ट, प्रभुपाद जी बताते हैं पूरा क्रिएशन सटल से ग्रॉस की तरफ आता है। तो अगर कोई योगी सटल को समझ गया, सटल एक्सेस करने लगा, तो वो सटल चेंज करके ना वो पूरा ग्रॉस चेंज कर सकता है। वो प्लेनेट को हिला सकता है, वो नया प्लेनेट बना सकता है, वो अपने आप को हवा में उड़ा सकता है, वो कुछ भी कर सकता है अगर उसने सटल को चेंज करना शुरू कर दिया तो। सटल से आप ग्रॉस मूव कर सकते हो, नहीं तो पॉसिबल नहीं है ग्रॉस को मूव करना। आप लोग समझे? अच्छा, कुछ समझ नहीं आया। इट्स ओके, पर कॉन्सेप्ट समझ गए ना कि सटल से ग्रॉस चेंज होता है। फ्रॉम सटल कम्स ग्रॉस। माइंड को समझना अत्यंत कठिन है, माइंड को वश में करना अत्यंत कठिन है। आज मैं माइंड के बारे में पढ़ रहा था अभी दोपहर में, अवंती ब्राह्मण बता रहे हैं माइंड के बारे में। वो चैप्टर इसलिए कोई उस चैप्टर को बोलता नहीं है अवंती ब्राह्मण के ऊपर, क्योंकि जो उनका फिलोसफी है ना वो बोलता है डेंस है। पढ़ा आपने अवंती ब्राह्मण? अभी नहीं पढ़ा? संख्या योग पढ़ लिया राइट? संख्या से पहले वाला चैप्टर अवंती ब्राह्मण। हाँ, अवधूत ब्राह्मण अवंती ब्राह्मण।
Oh, really? Oh,
जो खाना खा रहा था
no,
सब लोग
Avanti Brahman is different from you. But he was Avanti Brahman is
माइजर।
miser. All there's no such explanation of this Brahman. 24 gurus, one of the
नो नॉट दैट वन,
No.
दिस इज सांख्य योग इज 24, अवंती ब्राह्मण इज 23। आपने सांख्य योग पढ़ लिया?
Yeah, that section.
कुछ तो गड़बड़ है।
No,
Which chapter you are in 11th canto? 11th chapter, okay, तब तो this is 23rd अवंती ब्राह्मण,
Yeah.
and 24th is सांख्य।
No, but before that also,
Krishna explains.
Krishna explains that
क्रिएशन
like how the dissolution happens, like
उसमें बताता। हाँ हाँ समझ गया।
like
Solution?
water, fire enters. No, it's a reverse way of how it is transformation happens. So that's what.
क्रिएशन वो बताते हैं 24th। So where were we? मैं डिलीट कर दूँ जी। एक चीज और, subtler than mind is intelligence, subtler than intelligence is falsification। Subtler than false ego is
So,
based on what we discussed. That was another thing that I really liked. Huh? Based on the
More.
creation. Subtler than false ego is how three modes are torturing us. We cannot understand. Why? Mind only we cannot perceive how three modes is working on us, very difficult to understand. How many of us can see, yeah, this is this mode acting, not this mode acting? We can think theoretically based on the Shastra, but we cannot see the activity of three modes in our life. Three mode क्या करते हैं ना? This is very interesting. What is the body made up of? Based on Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, तो
Based on Bhagavad Gita, what is the body made up of? Where does Krishna says Bhagavad Gita, body is made of earth, water, fire, air, ether? Which it is made up of. I am not refuting.
seven.
Second chapter, what does he say? That he says these are my separated energy. So what is body made up of according to Krishna and Bhagavad Gita? This also, I'm not saying it's not made up of earth. It is made up of those elements also. But where does Krishna say what is body made up of? सोचो बढ़िया सोचो कहाँ सोचे 18 चैप्टर में जाना होगा आप एग्जाम खत्म लिखा
Last chapter we read.
है
You're saying 80. That's the last chapter I read.
अभी रिसेंटली पढ़ा रहे so what is body made up of you know the words also yantra so what is body made up of it's a yantra but it is made up of huh huh Maya means Maya. So Krishna says the body is made up of Maya. So how do we understand is body made up of Maya? Or is body made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether? Or is earth, water, fire, air, ether Maya?
The origin is in these three modes.
Prakriti kriyamanaani guna karmani sarvasa ahankara vimundatma kartamiti manyate. So who runs the show? Gross controls, subtle controls the gross. तीन गुना इतने सटल हैं कि वो पूरी दुनिया को घुमाते हैं ये मशीन है ना that's a software of the material world that software is running the show हर कोई नाच रहा है वो सॉफ्टवेयर पर हर किसी को लगता है मैं नाच रहा हूं समझ गए नहीं समझ पर हर कोई नाच रहा है वो सॉफ्टवेयर से वो हिलता है तो पूरी दुनिया हिल जाती है पूरी दुनिया रजों में चली जाएगी समय के साथ पूरी दुनिया सतों को पूरी दुनिया को हिला रहा है वो सॉफ्टवेयर और ये पहली बार समझ में आया कि ओह तो आप क्या बोल रहे कोई चीज कर ये क्या है ना हम लोग पढ़ते 1000 बार है पर हम लोग को समझ में कभी कभी वो सॉफ्टवेयर है जो पूरी दुनिया को हिला रहा है Saturn is controlling the gross material world. Every living entity, everything is controlled by the three modes. तो ऐसा नहीं कि हमने पहली बार सुन रहे हैं कि everything is controlled by three modes. बचपन में बड़े ये सुन के हो रहे हैं कि everything is and we are like puppet. He is like the puppeteer. कितनी बार सुना पर पहली बार समझ में आया कि how the Subtle is controlling the gross. Are you able to understand? Get a feel of it?
What is Maya?
Very good. Everything is Maya except the soul. The body is made of Maya. Why? What is Maya? Prakriti. प्रकृति से ही अर्थ वाटर फायर एयर ईथर आता
Consciousness is that.
है प्रकृति से
Things.
हाँ महातत्व महातत्व से 3 गुना महातत्व 3 गुना मिला के सेंस ऑब्जेक्ट और अर्थ वाटर फायर एयर तो सब कुछ आता प्रकृति से ही
So where is the role of Maya?
Prakriti is Maya.
Prakriti is Maya.
ओके माया 3 मोड्स भी माया है अर्थ वाटर फायर या ईथर भी माया से आता है वो भी 3 मोड से आते हैं और ये क्योंकि ये 3 मोड से अर्थ वाटर फायर एयर आते हैं ये 3 मोड घुमाते हैं अर्थ वाटर फायर एयर ईथर को 3 मोड सटल है उनसे ये पंचभूत आते हैं वो ऐसे करेंगे तो सब घूम जाएगा ऐसे करेंगे, सब घूम जाएगा वो सॉफ्टवेयर है जो पूरी दुनिया को नचा रही है वो सटल से पूरी सृष्टि घूमती है वो सॉफ्टवेयर है क्योंकि उसी से ये आती है सोल सोल से या भगवान सब कुछ होता है भगवान का ग्लांस और ये एक्चुअली प्रकृति एक्सपेंड करती है जैसे एयर इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय स्पर्श वाटर इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय रसा फायर इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय रूपा बड़ा मुश्किल है समझना
Then what is the role of Brahma in creation? Everything is.
अभी तक तो ब्रह्मा आए नहीं है
It's not done. That is what.
अभी अर्थ वाटर फायर एयर ईथर माइंड इंटेलिजेंस फॉल्स ईगो सब बन गया उसके बाद एक यूनिवर्स बनता है जिसकी कवरिंग ये होती है अगर यही एलिमेंट नहीं बने तो यूनिवर्स किसका बनेगा भाई ये तो कर्ण दक्षाई विष्णु के वक्त ही सब बन चुका है वो दिक देवता भी आ गए हैं पूरा हो गया हम सोचते हैं कि पहले से ही यूनिवर्स बन गया तो यूनिवर्स से पहले पूरा होता ही है। ये सब माया से बनता है
So Brahma is.
हाँ ये जो लोग है ना ये लोग दे आर द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ सेंसेस सेंसेस भी पहले बन गए ना इंटेलिजेंस भी बन गया माइंड भी बन गया सेंसेस बन गया सेंस सब बन गया उन सब का मिला के यूनिवर्स आता है तो यूनिवर्स में भगवान अंदर जाते हैं ब्रह्मा को बोलते हैं तुम बनाओ तो ब्रह्मा बोलते हैं सब तो बनाओ तो इसलिए ब्रह्मा को बोलते हैं सेकेंडरी क्रिएटर क्योंकि प्राइमरी क्रिएशन तो सब हो ही चुका है बच्चा नहीं होने के लिए तो ब्रह्मा जी बस पॉपुलेट बोला उनको ये नहीं बोला तुम सृष्टि की रचना करो उस नेवल में ही सारे प्लैनेटरी सिस्टम भी बन चुके हैं ब्रह्मा को बोला जो बना दिया गया है अभी लोगों को पिछले कर्म के हिसाब से वो ये नहीं बोलते सृष्टि बनाओ वो बोलते हैं कि भर दो भरो वो भरते हैं 3 गुण से शरीर बना है 3 गुण शरीर को कंट्रोल करता है 3 गुना सब कुछ 3 गुणों के से प्रभाव से होता है पूरी सृष्टि 3 गुना से होती है समीकरण हाउ मच अंडरस्टूड 40% 80 20 10 20% समझ नहीं आया मुश्किल लगा
समझ गया concept।
हाउ मच अंडरस्टूड 80 हाउ मच अंडरस्टूड
How I can't reproduce it. How to remember the sequence in the.
सीक्वेंस का आवश्यकता नहीं है कॉन्सेप्ट जो मैंने आपको बताया ना, आई डेंट टेल यू दैट यू रिमेम्बर द सीक्वेंस, आई टोल्ड यू कि हाउ जस्ट सटल टू ग्रॉस एंड थ्री मोर कंट्रोल ओवर दिस वर्ल्ड। शरीर और वो बाकी है ना, जब तक मैं वो बताऊंगा नहीं तब तक ये कॉन्सेप्ट बताना मुश्किल है। इसलिए मैंने बताया कि कैसे सटल से ग्रॉस, सटल से ग्रॉस, सटल से ग्रॉस, माइंड से बॉडी, सॉफ्टवेयर से मशीन। एक होता है ना, जैसे गाड़ी आती है, बचपन में खेलते थे ना, गाड़ी की चाबी कर दो, छोड़ दो, फिर क्या होता था? ये सटल है, ये घूमता है ना, पूरी गाड़ी कहीं भी भागेगी। इवन जो रेगुलर कार, हर चीज छोटे से बड़ा होता है, सटल से ग्रॉस बनता है। तो हमें भी क्या करना है, हमें माइंड के ऊपर जाना है भक्ति से, फिर हमें इंटेलिजेंस के ऊपर जाना है, फिर हमें पॉलिसी को क्रॉस करना है, फिर हम लोग तीन गुणों को समझ पाएंगे। फिर हमें तीनों जब क्रॉस कर पाओगे ना, तब आप तीन गुणों को समझ पाओगे। जब व्यास देव मेडिटेशन में गए तो व्यास देव ने बोला, आई कैन सी माया, वी कैन नॉट सी माया बिकॉज वी आर कंट्रोल्ड बाय थ्री। व्यास देव कुड सी माया बिकॉज ही वेंट बियॉन्ड द थ्री मोड्स। डोंट लाइक टेक्निकल, राइट? आई लाइक इट।
To cross this material world, each layer has 10 times bigger than the secondary. The last one is false civil. That is material removes.
यस, थ्री मोड्स जो है ना, थ्री मोड्स सारे यूनिवर्सेस, यूनिवर्स के अंदर, यूनिवर्स के बाहर, हर चीज ये तीन गुना कंट्रोल करते हैं।
So generally we have this perception that if we cross over the false civil layer, then we go, at least we have a chance.
थ्री मोड्स जो है ना, माइंड के थ्रू एक्ट करते हैं।
So even if we cross over false civil layer, but still we are under 3 months. We still will be active.
Soul is subtler than everything. Three modes also. Before you realize yourself, you will see three modes in action. When you see three modes in action, you will see how everybody is bound by three modes. You will start seeing everything and you will start seeing Krishna also in everyone's life. You will see Krishna, you will see Maya. If you can see both, means you have gone that much subtle that you can see that. Till that time, you cannot see. Till that time, it's just the interaction of modes. कोई गुस्सा हुआ, हम भी गुस्सा हो जाए, तुम कैसे गुस्सा हो, मैं भी गुस्सा हो, मैं भी गुस्सा हो, क्या है ना, इट्स जस्ट इंटरेक्शन ऑफ मोड्स। अब बाहर चले जाओगे ना, तो आप तीन गुणों को देखोगे, और दैट्स लिबरेटेड स्टेट।
But we have to act like we want to, even if you see,
When you are acting, you cannot see them. When you transcend them, you see them in action. But you will not see some hands coming, and
yeah,
you will understand them. That's why we'll see. It's subtle. Bhakti is a path from going from gross to subtle.
Then Parikshit Maharaj, they asked for masters and started to reach the but Saint Parikshit Maharaj, they extremely gave the first, they did not react, right? So is that effect of that
Yes,
particular?
definitely.
Because afterwards also it didn't give us water.
There we say Lord's intervention, but Shringi was in three moods. He was not upset because he was transcendentalist.
So then what we call like this, the person is not really acting in the three modes, means.
He's liberated.
So how that person will look like liberated means like,
How does he walk? How does he talk?
yeah, how do you act like?
How does it
is
react?
The sattva gun is also.
So for that you have to read, exam your language.
14th chapter last section.
You got it. 14th chapter, verse number 20 to 23. Around that. 4. Arjuna asked, what are the symptoms of one who has gone beyond the three modes? And Krishna speak 4 verses of the symptoms of those who are beyond the three modes. Then Arjuna asks, how can one go beyond the three modes? Then what does Krishna say?
Because
Mavcha vicharena bhakti yoga. Undivided devotional service. Right now, our state is we perform devotional service, but our mind is constantly distracted by the three modes. Cross level attention.
that is the complexity of it. We still want devotion service, but we are being under three modes always.
That's why we are forcing ourselves. Actually, we are going from gross to subtle. The first thing that we do is we give up gross by following the 4 regulative principles. We are saying no to the gross. And now we are moving our path to the subtlest. Krishna is subtlest. So when we are going towards Krishna, when we are catching a rope and going towards Krishna, on the way you will see all these things. How they are acting, because everything comes from Krishna. When you become one, iron rod comes in contact with fire, becomes like fire. When you become as subtle as Krishna, then you go to him. Then you never come back to the gross.
Spiritual world also subtle level. And that it's a reflection.
Yeah. What about the deflection? Yes. Everything there is spiritual. Body is spiritual. Krishna says the soul is invisible. When soul is invisible, how can you see the spiritual world? When there, everything is spiritual. सोल को नहीं देख सकते तो इन आंखों से आप गोलों को कैसे देखोगे जब वहां हर चीज स्पिरिचुअल है तो उससे बाहर आना है हम तो कुछ भी नहीं देख सकते ना 3 गुणा नहीं देख सकते अहंकार नहीं देख सकते
In spiritual world also we need senses.
स्पिरिचुअल आइज प्रॉपर बोले भी है स्पिरिचुअल आइज ये मेडियल आइज ये तो जाएगा ये तो बर्न होती पॉप आउट हो जाता ये नहीं देख पाएगा ये केवल ये माया का बना है ये केवल माया को देख सकता है 3 गुना इंटरेक्ट विद 3 गुना बस So everyone is completely sleepy, then I am successful. जो क्वेश्चन पूछा था बस वही स्लीपी नहीं yes. आप बड़ा इंटरेस्ट दिखा रहे
So then the spiritual world are not, so is it differently created by karma, like because we have a different spiritual world.
The Karuna Sai Vishnu is created from the spiritual world. He came down for the creation of material world. He is the expansion of Krishna. Krishna is the most subtlest.
So this is the spiritual world is to create the spiritual world. That is
Krishna's expansion Balaram.
Balaram creates this program.
When Krishna is there, nothing exists. Oh, इसमें आता है. Everything merges into Krishna. Krishna is Adi Purusha. Everything comes. Sarva Karan Karan. I'm like, I think it's time. I communicated everything I wanted to communicate. Clear on this concept? Whatever. How much you understand? 80% still or now 60?
Everything like that software and everything.
वो एक लाइन समझाने के लिए इतना कुछ बोलना पड़ता है.
Software is reviews and reviews and reviews.
तो ये सेंस. आई थिंक माता जी आप प्रभु जी पढ़ लिए.
The living entity can be divided into two divisions. Those that can move and those that cannot move. Among living entities that can move, there are birds, crickets, and animals.
See, this is the first session we do in 6 session. ये इतने सारे स्पीशीज हैं कि यही महाप्रभु उसी सीक्वेंस से जा रहे हैं. तो what is the first thing महाप्रभु said? There are, and then what he said next thing. So this is very small. And then he said there are two kind of living entities. Those who are, and among those who are moving, there are birds, aquatics, animals.
So the living entities known as human beings are very small in quantity. That religion will be still further subdivided. For there are many uncultured human beings like Lejas, Pulindas, Rogas, and Shabani.
This Mahaprabhu speaking. There are many kinds of consciousness. All right. Yes.
Among human beings, those who are followers of the Vedic principles are considered civilized. Among these, most have simply give lip service while committing all kinds of sinful activities against these principles. Such people do not care for the regulated principles.
What does it mean? Among human beings, there are some who are called civilized. And who are civilized human beings? Those who will follow the Vedas. And among those who are civilized, how? They say, अच्छा करो हमारे साथ भी अच्छा होगा तो मतलब गाय को खाते हो. They say that we are followers of dharma and then they commit sinful activities. So half who two kinds, those who, civilized human beings are those who follow the Vedas. Among those, half simply give lip service while committing all kinds of sinful activities. Such people do not care for the regulated principle. This clear?
For those who actually follow Vedic knowledge and searching after God cannot commit sinful activities against the Supreme Lord's order.
Is it clear? Clear?
However, in this Vedic although known effective belong to several different kinds of religions, most of them commit sinful activities against the orders of the Vedic scriptures.
Well, how much you understood what we are discussing? How much you are with us? Everything.
Everything except to me, I cannot become it.
Yeah, I mean, good. Very intelligent. Prabhupada says in this age of Kali, people say they follow different religions, but almost all of them, they commit sinful activities, which is very commonly seen.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore says clearly that Vedam Shikha Mahapakare Dharma Nabi Gan. In his age, men may profess profess a religion, but they actually do not follow the principles. Instead, they commit all kinds of sins.
So what is Mahaprabhu flow? First he says so many kind of living entities, then there's a size of living entity, and then two types. Among those who are moving, among those there are certain percentage who follow Shastra, and among those who follow Shastra, half of them they do path. Clear so far? Among the followers of Vedic knowledge, most are following the process of fruitive activity and distinguishing between good and bad work. Out of many such sincere fruitive actors, there may be one who is actually wise. So among those, most of those who are following, half are simply committing path. Dharma nahi jane. They don't know what they are doing, but they are doing only lip service. They say that they are following Vedic. Among those who are followers, who are actually following, most of them are following the path of karma only. Just do your duty nicely. Take care of family, take care of your student responsibility, take care of your father responsibility, take care. And they are among them, small percentage. They follow, but they're still doing only fruitive activity. Among those who are doing fruitive activity, one may be actually wise. So those who are doing fruitive activity, they distinguish between good and bad work. So they are following Vedic principles, so they don't do bad work. They don't do path. They actually distinguish. So they do the right thing, right thing, right thing, right thing, right thing. Among many such sincere fruitive actors, they are very sincere कि गलत नहीं करेंगे, सबका भला करेंगे, ड्यूटी अच्छे से करेंगे, we'll do good to everyone. There may be one who is actually wise. Clear? So
This is the Sakam.
देखिए आगे आएंगे आगे. Let Mahaprabhu. Who is now the first one? Those who are doing. They may be Nishkam also, but may not be Bhakti Yogis. Maybe Nishkam, but very good, very sincere Karmi Yogis, who distinguish good and bad, and they're doing the good thing and doing their duty very nicely. But still, Krishna does not call them wise. Krishna says, among all of them, there may be one who is actually wise.
Those who try to avoid fruitive activity and who become silent in order to merge into the spiritual existence of the absolute truth are generally known as jnanis, wise men.
So, what does wise mean? They actually become jnanis. Continue.
The jnanis maintain the fruitive activity is imperfect. For them, perfection is the cessation of work and the merging into the supreme existence. That is their goal in life. Monism or oneness or Brahmavadis.
So, what do they say? They say, why do fruitive activity? Actually, Nishkam Karma Yogi turn into jnanis. How many of you understood? I'll again repeat again. Nishkam Karma Yogis turn into jnanis. Raise your hand if you understood. Understood? I'll give you an example.
Not fruitive.
नहीं, अभी- Okay, tomorrow you all receive a letter from your job. Company is bankrupt. There is a case on our company. We would appreciate your selfless service. Continue coming 9 to 5, but we won't be able to pay you anything. Not that we will pay you after the company gets the money, we'll pay you back. We will never pay you anything. But we want you to continue working 9 to 5. How much will go to job? Raise your hand. Abhi nahi jawab. क्योंकि फिर भगवान की सेवा करेंगे तो भगवान की सेवा करना। That's for devotees. But let's exclude devotees. If you are working and you don't get anything, what is the motivation to work? हाँ, ड्यूटी. तो अगर आप काम कर रहे हो, यू आर वर्किंग गेटिंग नथिंग, वर्किंग गेटिंग नथिंग, वर्किंग गेटिंग नथिंग, वर्किंग गेटिंग नथिंग, वर्किंग, वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम यू विल थिंक व्हाट इज द पॉइंट. निष्काम कर्म योगी लीड टू ज्ञानी. Why I'm doing this? Attached workers will continue. Those who are doing not for anything, they are detached. They will turn into jnanis. Why? Why? अभी जो सिस्टम है ना, बहुत करप्ट हो गया है. Now, if you don't work, kids cannot go to college, cannot pay house rent. Wow. In India, 5,000 years back, no school fee, college fee, no house rent. Why? दादों परदादों के बहुत घर थे. तो वहां पे लिविंग इज नॉट अ स्ट्रगल. प्रॉपर सेज नाउ कलियुगा, कलियुगा स्ट्रगल फॉर एग्जिस्टेंस. वन पर्सन लूजेस जॉब, पूरा पक्के पक्के अभी जिएंगे कैसे रे. आवर एग्जिस्टेंस कम्स इनटू क्वेश्चन. हाउ डू वी एग्जिस्ट. पहले ऐसा नहीं होता था. अभी लॉट ऑफ प्रेशर ऑन द कॉलेज फी एक्चुअली. करेक्ट. दोज हु आर अर्निंग पेरेंट्स, द कॉलेज फी इज द हाउस. You buy a house 30 years, right? Sami Prabhu? Yes. It's a struggle for existence, correct? It's a struggle for existence. पहले ऐसा नहीं होता था. पहले लाइफ बड़ा सिंपल होता था. And there, if you don't get anything, if you're not attached, why work? Now you may think, why work? Because even if you're not attached, you cannot exist. But there is nothing to do and not attached. Then why work so hard? So then they become wise, jnanis. Okay, clear so far? How Nishkama Karma Yogi leads to Jnani. Prabhupada said Nishkama Karma Yogi to Jnani, Jnani to Bhakti. It's a ladder. But we break wherever we are and we directly focus on Bhakti.
The gurus become bhakti.
When they hear about the Bhakti. Example is Shastra थोड़ा क्लैरिटी ऐसे. हाँ ठीक है, सॉरी एग्जाम में लिखना है. टिक टिक सही सर.
So Sukadeva is when he came. So these are the
These are क्या? By he is parent of Srimati Radha, but he's active like a gyan. But when he came out, he was seeing three modes in action. Why he doesn't want to come out? Three modes will capture. So he says, sorry boss, father says, so child, he says, no child, I am not your child. I will not come up. Father is child. A lot of inconvenience. That's all right. I can sacrifice myself, my life for your pleasure. Then Krishna says, you won't. Then he comes out. Father said, my child. So Goswami says, whose child? He ran away.
kid. When the parents in the womb, so three more children.
But the child prays, one of the last prayers to the child. The child prays, my Lord, I don't want to go out because Maya will capture me. So that means he is not, he can see three modes in action. He can see the whole world is running by three modes. And he knows if he goes out, he is one among the others. Ocean है. आप देखो सब डूब रहे हैं. आपको बोले कूदो, आप क्या बोलोगे? पागल हो? क्यों? आप देख रहे हो कि सब डूब के तड़प के मर रहे हैं, आप कूदोगे क्या? बच्चा बोलता है मैं बाहर नहीं जाऊंगा, माया बोलती है बेटा बाहर तो जाना है। बच्चा बोलता है बाहर नहीं जा, डरता है ना, फिर बाहर आता है तुरंत वो, भाई ना, टिंक टिंक टिंक, फंस गया। और जब वो फंसता है ना, भगवान बोलते हैं व्हेन वन सफर्स इन हेल आल्सो इट फील्स वेरी गुड। आप किसी भी सिचुएशन में ना एडजस्ट हो जाओ। तो हम लोग फंसे हैं ना, एडजस्ट हो गए, वी आर ओके विद, वी आर फाइन।
So this three modes is in a different level in different planetary systems, like higher planetary system.
Our planetary system effect is different. Sabse good is effect. Pleasure are all subtler. सबसे good. फेम चाहिए इंदिरा को, बृहस्पति बोलते हैं आते हैं, तो इंदिरा को लगता है कि मैं झुकूंगा तो लोग मेरे बारे में क्या सोचेंगे, तो रिस्पेक्ट दे रहे हैं, हेजिटेट किए, बृहस्पति को चले, वो सटल प्लेजर चाहिए। तभी ब्राह्मणों का प्लेजर क्या होता है, अब उनको रेस्पेक्ट दो वो संतुष्ट है। शूद्र को, शूद्र को ना पैसे से ही काम करा सकते हो, आप रेस्पेक्ट दे काम कराओगे ना, वो भी वल्गैरिटी कर दो, 200 रुपये, ब्राह्मणों से आप फ्री में काम करा सकते हो, प्लीज कर दो, ठीक है कर दो। क्योंकि उनको सबको प्लेजर चाहिए, सब 3 मोड में है, पर सबको प्लेजर अलग अलग जगह से आता है। वैसे आप खून थोड़ा एक फाइटिंग करो तो हाँ करो, ठीक है, तो इस आप
कोटिज्ञानी मध्ये एक जन्म कोटि मुक्त मध्ये दुर्लभ एक Out of many millions of such wise men, one may actually become liberated. And out of many millions of such liberated persons, a few devotee of Lord Krishna is liberated.
right. And this is what Lord Shiva does to Parvati. You know the words? Muktanam api siddhanam. This is Parvati among Narayana Parayana. सुना होगा आपने। कोटीश्वर, कोटि मतलब करोड़, and then it's, I don't know the exact word, but it's Kotishwar, Narayana Parayana. The devotee who is completely surrendered to Narayana among Koti of Brahman's realization also you can get. This is after Parvati was shocked by seeing Chitraketu. I accept the curse. Shiva says, करोड़ों में ऐसा वक्त होता है। पार्वती को बहुत बुरा लगा, भगवान ने बोला कि ये भगवान की इच्छा है, चिंता मत करो, बस सुधा। We become bewildered actually. We may become bewildered. But this is Mahaprabhu telling that among millions of those who are wise, जो निष्काम कर्म योग छोड़ चुके हैं, hardly one actually becomes liberated. Among millions, many millions of those who are liberated, one, among them also, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna is very difficult. This is the beginning of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. So वो कहाँ से आ रहे हैं ना, पहला चीज उन्होंने क्या बोला, 84 लाख योनिया, फिर a pure devotee of Krishna. Like zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. मतलब वो दिखा रहे हैं कि strive for this goal. Don't strive for karma and jnana. Try for this goal, which is the rarest of the rare.
Srimad Bhagavatam is said that due to the pure fund of knowledge, the beings are not actually liberated. They simply think that they are liberated. Instead, knowledge is imperfect, their conception of liberation is imperfect. Vimuktamana. The perfection of knowledge culminates when one comes to the platform of knowledge, the supreme personality of God.
Vimukta manina means Vimukta manina. Manna means to think. मैंने मान लिया कि इसमें जूस है तो पानी है। नहीं मैंने मान लिया कि इसमें जूस है। विमुक्ता मानना they think they are liberated but they are actually not. आपके सोचने से क्या होगा? But how does it matter what you think? But this 38th canto, the demigods, they say they think they're liberated, but they are actually bound. Likewise, sometimes you may think, no, I'm becoming free from envy and anger and lust. But anybody thinks like that, now I'm becoming free. You also not free? Let's show this free. Sometimes do we think I'm becoming free like that? But never think also like that. That is good. Safe wow.
That's the reality. There is no need to think.
पर अगर आपने मान भी लिया कि अभी तो हो गया, अनथा निवृत्ति क्रॉस हो गया, अभी रुचि भी आ गया, अभी तो ये क्या है, ये थोड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है, रुचि पहुंच गया, अभी आपके सोचने से क्या होता है? कहाँ पहुंच गए, सोचते रहो, रहोगे तो ऐसे ही ज्ञानी लोग सोचते हैं कि अभी तो मुक्ति मिल गई, और कुछ मिलता नहीं उनको।
So, Prabhuji, that's in that the bold statement. So, you mentioned about they actually liberated. One devotee will find the Krishna out of
One
the
way.
one way. So that again, same statement is a contradicting by that is not actually a liberation. Is that correct or is it?
Yes, that among many liberated,
Mm.
those who think they are actually not liberated also.
Awesome.
Pure devotee of Krishna is liberated. But a quality of pure devotee of Krishna is a pure devotee of Krishna never thinks that he is liberated. What does a pure devotee of Krishna thinks? Huh? भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर वो बैठे हैं and he's thinking, I'm waiting to sit in the womb of mother now. He's not thinking I'm going back to Golok. I'm waiting to sit. Why? Because I'm full of lust and envy and ego and pride. I'm waiting to sit in the womb of mother. तो भगवान बोलते हैं ये चाहिए मेरे को। आप बोलो हाँ मैं तो जा रहा हूँ, मोहन नहीं भैया तो जैसे लोग दिए तो वही रहो। मैं तो जा रहा हूँ यहाँ भाई, तो वही रहो, तो जैसे लोग नहीं चाहिए। श्याम कृष्ण को बता रहे थे अभी कि कोई एक भक्त ने अपने गुरु से पूछा कि गुरु की महाराज गुरुदेव जपा में अभी तक रुचि नहीं आया, इतने साल हो गए। तो गुरु महाराज ने बोला एक ही रास्ता है, नाटक की समझ या तो राधा गोविंद महाराज या कोई, बस एक ही रास्ता है, उसी से ही आप नाम रुचि प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। कृष्णा भक्ता निष्काम अतएव शांता भुक्ति मुक्ति सिद्धि कामी सकल शांत। हमने क्या अंडरस्टूड? सब समझ गए राइट? कृष्णा भक्ता निष्काम, कुछ नहीं चाहिए, अतएव शांत, केवल वो एक ही शांत है। भागवतम में लिखा है, नव योगेंद्र बताते हैं गुरु का क्वालिफिकेशन कंप्लीट ट्रैंक्विलिटी। कंप्लीट ट्रैंक्विलिटी, कुछ भौतिक संसार में भले उनके आध्यात्मिक इच्छाएं होती हैं। भुक्ति मुक्ति सिद्धि काम ही सकल है अशांत। जिसको भुक्ति मुक्ति सिद्धि और इच्छाएं चाहिए वो हमेशा ही अशांत रहता है। और जो कृष्ण का भक्त है ना, वो वो अकेला शांत रहता है। अभी उन्हें उन्हें अशांति आ रही है बच्चे को लेकर
नहीं बना।
यस।
Because the devotee of Lord Krishna is desireless, is peaceful. Fifty workers desire material enjoyment. Jnanis desire liberation, and yogis desire material affluence. Therefore, they are all mercy and cannot be peaceful.
तो इसके ऊपर ना 3-4 पेजेस का परपोर्ट है, हाउ टू बिकम पीसफुल। वो हम लोग नेक्स्ट वीक करेंगे। Alright, Matthew, you want to become peaceful? Next week you come. Shila Prabhupada Panchakalpatavidesha Upasanduga Evasa Paridana Pavanabhya Vaishnavina Buddham Kutu Krishna. Okay, dear devotees on Zoom.
This
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandat Pranam.
So there is a question, there is a small discussion. So what do we do? Hare Krishna. Yeah. So the question is, what do we do for the Wednesday? Actually, two options are there. I'm just bringing out to the group, and you all can say what works best for all of us. Friday, we are starting a new program in Grand Rapids for new people. If we tell them to come on a weekday, they will not come. Obviously. हम ही लोग को डिफिकल्ट हो रही है, नए लोग क्यों आएंगे? करेक्ट है, हम लोग पे तो दीक्षित लोग हैं हम लोग, तो भी हम लोग को डिफिकल्ट। So Saturday I have Lansing engagement. Sunday feast is there. Daytime also there is engagement. Saturday, Sunday. Friday evening, yeah. Friday afternoon I am okay. Now Monday evening we can do. Wednesday evening we can do. Yeah. These are the only 2 days till some time, but how much sometime that I don't. Slowly that desire is, once they become little bit stable, we'll merge them to Sunday feast. And okay, anybody who comes to Sunday feast directly, they don't connect that much. That's like we were discussing about, we discuss some topics because there are many devotees, so we cannot just go from the basics. That's why we are studying a new program separately. There is a good chance nobody stays. Always new program is like many comes, 10-15 families, and 1 or 2 remain, then we don't need to put energy for them. But if 4-5 remains, then we may have to continue. So at this point of time, I don't know. But it's just a blanket endeavor we are trying to do. So does Wednesday works? Doesn't work. Monday works better. So what is the desire? So maybe those who are on the Zoom, I mean, we don't want to miss everyone every week. But today I had to come because I had to drop Malti Prabhu to airport. That's why I said keep it Monday anyways today. Next week we can change. But does devotee have some suggestion? So we can see your lotus faces.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Santosh here.
Santosh Prabhu, yes.
Prabhu, I'm okay on either Monday or Wednesday, but it will be, if we can move little bit earlier, maybe we can start little bit earlier, then, I can come join in person.
So how do you think 6 p.m. works for devotees? Or 6:30 works?
Cooking is a problem.
I think everybody can cook.
So Naresh Prabhu and Manogar Prabhu is telling we can do potluck and bring some small item
Yes,
and
Prabhu.
just divide among everybody.
Prabhuji, Tuesday is not possible.
You said Tuesday is not possible?
No, I am asking you, Prabhuji.
Or Tuesday? Tuesday we have Taco Tuesday there. Thursday we have a youth program, college program. So remaining is Monday and Wednesday. Neither Monday or Wednesday work for you?
No, Prabhuji, kids has except Tuesday and Friday, every day kids have some other classes. So I have to see.
Can you say again? Tuesday?
Sorry, Prabhuji.
Can you say that again?
Kids have classes, Prabhuji, except Tuesday and Friday. Every day they have something. Let me see if
Every
I
day
can.
of class except two. What are the timings of your kids' classes?
Prabhuji, one day 6:50 to 7:50. Another day 7:45 to 8:15. Another day 7:40 to 8:10.
You said when is your Monday class, Prabhu, for kids?
Monday is 6:55 to 7:55.
And what about Wednesday?
Wednesday 7:45 to 8:45. Prabhu.
7:45 to 8:45.
Sorry, 8:15.
7:45
Half
to
an hour.
8:15.
Yes.
If we start 6:30, by 8 we will end. And maybe Vamsi Vilas Prabhu can pack and leave at. If we start 6:30. So will that work for you, Vamsi Vilas Prabhu? If you
say 7:40.
Yeah, so 7:30 he can leave.
Yes, Prabhuji.
He can come with family and then he can. I'm okay with 6 also.
But if we don't count the office, nobody will get.
For you, anything works.
For me, okay. My probably Wednesday doesn't.
Monday works for both. For Samir Prabhu or you, either one is okay. Okay, Vamsi Vilas Prabhu, I heard you. Now, what about Sukumari Radha Mataji?
Yeah, both days I'm fine, Prabhuji.
What they say again?
Yeah, both days works for me, Prabhuji.
Okay, so for Mataji, both days works. Mataji, अभी old age आ गया आपका. And what about Sushmita Radha Mataji?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
That works enough.
Yeah, we are okay, Prabhuji. I think.
For either day,
Yeah, Monday and Wednesday.
Monday or Wednesday. And
Yeah.
what time do you all prefer? I don't see our Santosh Prabhu, which day you mentioned works for you? Santosh Prabhu,
Prabhu, Monday
Ah.
and Wednesday, both days work, Prabhu.
both days work for you.
I'm requesting like around 6:30 means
Start early.
we can come in person and leave so that Abhiram's
You won't be late.
not get affected.
So what time do you all prefer? What do you think? Time. Time.
Only
6 works for anybody? 6. 6 doesn't work.
actually the
Okay.
cooking will be challenging.
Huh?
Cooking will be challenging.
Cooking. 6:30 manageable.
Yeah.
So we come from office, reach home at 5.
So 6:30, okay. Okay. So
Prabhuji, maybe one just.
yes.
Maybe we'll make Prasad simple, Prabhuji, so that like whoever Bhakti Riksha is happening, then it will become simple for them also because most of the families both are working and.
Yeah, Prabhu, I understand. So Panduranga Prabhu, what devotees are telling here is if we do potluck, so devotees can bring anything from home That way,
Yeah.
the pressure is not on the host.
Yeah, I think that way it is. It is okay. Good, Prabhuji.
And then if somebody is busy and they cannot bring, just don't bring. So it's not that everybody has to bring that. I think one of you can coordinate, or maybe half of the devotees bring 1 week, half another week. That way, not every family has a. If like 6 Matajis are there, right? You know? So 3 bring one time, 3 bring another time, and all bring one item. Rice, dal. I mean, we don't need very nice prasad, but we need devotees. Yeah, I mean, I never said the standard. Khichdi and curd, I'm okay. As long as you are okay, I am okay. So, yeah, Prabhu, I agree with you. So, Prashadam, I think, is somebody who takes lead on this activity, who coordinates, or everybody coordinates among themselves. Hashimata, you are the Prashadam leader here. Okay, so she's the Prashadam leader. So, you talk, है ना? But keep it very simple. And 3 items are okay. So 3 cook one time, next 3 cook one time. So then do we do Monday or do we do Wednesday? You want Monday.
Yeah, Monday is okay, Prabhuji. I can ask them to change my class, but Wednesday not possible, Prabhuji. They
So
cannot
Vamsi
change.
Vilas Prabhu is telling Monday is okay, Wednesday not possible. And Sonil Prabhu is telling through Gauri Jeevani Mataji that Wednesday is not possible. So should we do Monday then? Huh? Oh, she has backup service on Monday. Can we shift? Backup. Yes, I think. Anybody else has backup service? I mean, you talk to her once. Ki Mataji change. Every Monday your backup service.
Okay. These are 4 of are there. So where is the other?
So you tell them, except Monday you are available.
I see.
Change. है ना? Okay. Okay. So Monday everybody is okay. All the devotees. And Monday 6:30. Any concern? Monday 6:30 to 8. We do short kirtan and discussion, and 8 o'clock then devotees can take prasad and leave. Any concerns on Zoom in person? Monday 6:30 to 8
Not for me, Prabhu.
works for Santosh Prabhu, Sukumari Radha Mataji. Okay for you?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay,
Works.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And Panduranga Prabhu, Govind Prabhu,
Okay, Prabhuji.
Monday 6:30 to 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Vamsi Vilas Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhuji.
Monday
Monday is
6:30 to 8. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you for your tolerance. Yeah, that I think you talk to him personally because he cannot do anything. He is not doing. All right. Thank you. We will end here. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhaya patita nam pavanebhyo vaishnavyo namo. Danvat pranam. Hare Krishna.